Okay guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, who were released during the 7th year anniversary. Now yesterday we did a showcase on the gods, so the god Goku and Vegeta, who were released alongside this guy. And it just feels natural that we would do this guy now. And honestly, I've got to say, judging from what we've seen from the gods yesterday, I don't think this guy is going to be much worse. In fact, you know, their kits are so similar that I think this guy, honestly, is going to be insane. And I think he's still going to be a top 10 unit, similar to the god Goku and Vegeta. So yeah, like I said, a full 200% team, obviously on his own team. We've got a lot of support here. We're gonna have him next to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Blah, I can't speak. So we're gonna get 6 out of 7 links active just with that. We have a lot of support on here, so that's for sure gonna be pretty crucial. And yeah, so before we get into his kit though, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Heroes hype, you know, it's on the horizon. I think Heroes comes out on Tuesday, I believe, so the 22nd, so very, very soon. So let me know in the comments if you guys are summoning on that, because now that we know the information for these characters and we see their animations and stuff like that, honestly, personally, I think I'm going to spend just a little bit of stones for them, but I completely understand if you're going to skip, because we do have stuff like the 8th year anniversary coming out on JP, so if you're a JP player, of course, you'd want to skip that. And then Global, we've got like the New Year stuff coming up, and then we got the Trunks and Vegeta banner, so yeah, but just getting into his kit, so starting off with his leader skill, it's Fused Fighters or GT Heroes, category Ki +3 and HP attack and defense plus 170%, and then an additional HP attack and defense plus 30% for characters belonging in the Kamehameha category. I mean, I don't really got to talk about that leader skill. You already know it's great. Okay, and then for his super attack effects on his 12th key, he raises attack and defense and causes colossal damage to enemies. So this is the exact same super attack effects as the gods. He's just stacking attack and defense on 12 and 18 key, but keep in mind that because he's stacking attack and defense just normally, this is not a 30% buff. This is actually a 20% attack and defense buff. So he is stacking a little slower, but I mean, I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal because he's getting all these additionals, so just more stacks, right? But on his 18 key, he raises attack and defense and causes mega colossal damage to enemies, so pretty good super attack effects right there. And then now this is where the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, so this guy, and the Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta are pretty much the exact same. I think they do the exact same stuff in their pre-transform state or pre-fuse state, because this guy activates the entrance animation upon entry once only, guards all attacks for 1 turn from start of turn, plus an additional Ki +1 per type Ki sphere obtained, and attack and defense plus 77% for 7 turns from start of turn, and then attack and defense plus 120%, plus an additional Ki +1 per type Ki sphere obtained, and then chance of performing a critical hit plus 7% per rainbow Ki sphere obtained. And then he launches an additional super attack when Ki is 20 or more, and then attacks effective against all types when Ki is 24. So, pretty much the same as the gods, but I mean, honestly, still a very good passive, right? So if you didn't watch my god showcase, I'll go a little bit in depth here because you might not have seen that. But yeah, I mean, all the attack and defense he's getting here is making him very good for sure. The fact that he has all this attack and defense and he's stacking, it just means his numbers are really going to be up there. And he's getting these guaranteed additionals. He has crits built in with rainbow Ki spheres, and he can be super effective against all types. And because of how much Ki he's getting, the condition for being at 20 Ki or 24 Ki for the additional and super effective against all types, it's extremely easy to get. So I think it really just works well with this guy. So yeah, for sure a very good passive right there. Before we get into his active skill and transformation thing, I just want to go over his links and categories really quick. So I would say his links are very good. I mean, judging how we're getting a lot of Super Saiyan 4 units, especially with Heroes right around the corner, the Saiyan Roar link for sure could become a link you could see this guy activated with much more often. And it's a good link. 25% attack and 10% defense. For sure, that'll get you pretty far. Especially because, like, I mean, I guess defense would probably be, like, a crucial thing with this guy, because when he transforms, he gets that 100% defense increase on his 18 key super attack. So, I mean, the more start of turn defense you have, obviously the higher it's going to be. But, I mean, because when you get that 18 key, it's going to be just a ×2 defense. So, like, if you have an extra 10% defense, that's going to make a big difference. So, really good link right here. And then stuff like GT obviously gives some defense too, so this is a good link just to have. And then stuff like Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, those are so easy to get activated. So, those are some of the more basic links that are very good, and it's very good he has them, but, I mean, everybody has them, and they don't really do too much. There's just some key and then a little bit of an attack and or defense. So yeah, but moving on to his categories, he's got some pretty solid categories. He has Fused Fighters. I mean, GT Heroes is still pretty good. Pure Saiyans is great. Kamehameha is great. Bond of Parent and Child is great. Fusion is great. Battle of Fate is pretty good. Power Beyond Super Saiyan is pretty good. Grade 8 power is actually a pretty solid category. Especially because I believe we have a 170 lead for it now with the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So, I mean, that's pretty good. And then a lot of these categories on here that aren't really as good are just kind of waiting for a good 200% lead. Like stuff like Time Limit, like Join Forces needs a better 200% lead. Final Trump Card needs a 200% lead. Accelerated Battle needs a 200% lead. Shadow Dragons needs a 200% lead. So all these categories that aren't good, they just kind of need a better leader and then they'll be good. So yeah. But moving on to his transform state, or his fuse state, I should say. So on his 12 key super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy. So that 50% defense increase it's a pretty big deal, especially because if you get that guaranteed additional, that's a 50% defense increase after this 100% defense increase. That might not have made sense to you, but whatever, sorry. So yeah, his 18 key super attack, he massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and disables enemy's action within the turn. So basically, this just means that he gets rid of the enemy's attack following this guy's 18 key super attack. So the next attack that you're receiving after you do this 18 key super attack is gone. It's gone. So that's for sure very useful because sometimes you get rid of super attacks with that, and obviously getting rid of super attack in some of these hard-hitting events is pretty crucial. So that is pretty good. Moving on to his passive, so he gets attack and defense plus 177%, and then an additional key plus 2 per type key sphere obtained, chance of performing a critical hit, and reduces damage received by 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So this differs from the Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, where they just get dodge chance and crit chance. This guy gets crit chance and damage reduction, which is just crazy. I think the damage reduction is a lot better because some of these events are canceling dodge. So the fact that he has that damage reduction is for sure very good. And then he gets attacks effective against all types, period, just for free. No conditions around that. And then medium chance of performing a crit, and high chances of launching an additional super attack, and then high chance of evading enemy's super attack and countering with tremendous power. So, I mean, a lot to unpack here. He has built-in crits. He has that high chance of evading enemy's super attack. It is a dodge, unfortunately, so if the enemy does cancel dodge, you're not going to get this activated. But, I mean, still, it's nice he has it. And then he has that high chance of launching an additional super attack, which, I mean, it does suck that it's not guaranteed, for sure. I think maybe that's how if someone were to argue the gods were better, they would point out how the gods get a guaranteed additional, and this guy only has that high chance to do it. But, I mean, it's still nice he has a high chance to do it, right? So, for sure, better than nothing. And, yeah, just amazing passive overall. So yeah. But moving on to his active skill, so I forgot to go over the transformation conditions for the Super Saiyan 4s into this guy, so we'll go over that in a second. But before we do that, so we'll go over this active skill. So it can be activated when HP is 50% or less, or when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So amazing condition right there. That's not bad at all. You'll for sure be able to get that activated a lot. And then the active skill effect is that it causes ultimate damage to enemy within the turn activated, and then all attacks become critical hits. So they're doing this with a lot of units where they give them guaranteed crits when they do an active skill, and I just love that. It's just such a good ability to have. So yeah, really quick though, before we move on to the showcase, yeah, his condition to fuse is just turn 4, the same as the gods. It's just extremely easy and extremely convenient. So for sure, pretty good right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this guy. Let's go ahead and cut to when we are in the Legendary Vegeta event. Okay, so we are here in the Legendary Vegeta event. Now, we kind of got a little bit of a weird rotation. We did get both of them in the first rotation, right? So that does kind of suck. But we got a good support and a decent linking partner right here. So figured we could show this. Yeah, as you see right here, we have 4 out of 7 links activated. So we are missing Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, and Legendary Power, which that is a lot of attack right there between those 3 links and a little bit of defense. So just keep that in mind while looking at his stats here. But start of turn, we're at 214k defense. So, I mean, that's still kind of good, right? Because he has the guard, so for sure that'll add a lot of utility to that defensive stat. And he also gets that 20% defense per super attack he does, and then he has the guaranteed additionals if you were at 20 key. So, I mean, post super attack with both of them, we would be looking at like almost 300k defense, right? Or around 300k defense. So 300k defense post super attack with guard, I mean, I'll take it. That's for sure pretty good. So, all right, so we're not at a full 24 key, but we got type advantage anyway, so we're still going to be super effective against all types. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, yeah, we'll do that. I believe we're going to kill before we get to showcase the Goku and Vegeta in the 3rd slot, but, I mean, still, might as well give them a lot of key. So, 8.35. 8.35 is pretty crazy, I got to say, because they are having, like, they have a guaranteed additional right here. Granted, we do have the support. That's still a very high attack stat. So we did get the crit as well for 9.31. So that's a lot of damage right there. I mean, even though it was a crit, that's still a lot of damage. So, okay, so I want to get this Goku on rotation with them because, like I said, they share 6 out of 7 links. I believe the only link they don't share is, I don't know, actually. I'm going to have to look. Does the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, does he not? I don't think he has shocking speed. I think that might be what it is. But a lot of other units have shocking speed on here, obviously. So if we could get the Goku and Vegeta in slot 1, and then we can get the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta in the second slot. We'll get the Super Saiyan 4 Goku in slot 1, and then a supporting unit who has shocking speed in slot 3. And then yeah, we'll have support and 7 out of 7 links active. So that'll kind of be the prime rotation for him. But yeah, so doing some damage here. And then, okay, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku's at 7.6. So this guy's pretty crazy too. I mean, that's why, like, this guy next to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta is a pretty good rotation because this guy's doing a lot of damage and tanking very, very well post Super Attack because he actually also massively raises defense on Super Attack, if you weren't aware. And, you know, having this guy when he's transformed in slot 1 with the damage reduction he has and the Super Attack countering and all that, he'll be a very good slot 1 unit. So that's a pretty crazy rotation right there. But all right, moving on to this turn. So we are at 283k defense, so we do not have the guard right here. The guard is worn off. It's only for the first appearance that he's on. So his first appearance, he has the guard, and then after this, obviously, he doesn't have it. So 283k defense, though, is still pretty good because post-super attack, that'll put us over 300k defense. And then after the second super attack we get, that'll put us almost at 400k defense. So, I mean, I gotta say, almost 400k defense is still a solid attack stat. I mean, we do have a lot of support right here. We have the 30% attack and defense support from this guy, and then we have the 33% attack support from this guy. So, I mean, yeah, I guess maybe that's a little low considering all the support we have, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. So, okay, so we'll do this. We can't get a full 24 key, but it's okay. Just keep in mind that if we were at 24 key, we would be super effective against all types, and we would have the guaranteed additional. But 8.6, so just 8.6 on the dot, still very good, I gotta say. I mean, granted, we have some crit chance too, however many rainbow key spheres we pick up, and we could have the additionals, and we could be super effective against all types. I'd say for sure that's still a pretty good showing, so. Okay, 253k defense. I was scared we were gonna die there. Oh my god, we have 6,000 HP. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, that scared me. But anyway, yeah, that was still a pretty good rotation for him. I mean, defensively a little wonky, but... Okay, guys, so here we are on a rotation where we can pop his transformation, and we can actually use his active skill as well after we transform with him, or fuse with him, I should say. So yeah, pretty good rotation, too. We're going to have 6 out of 7 links active after we get that super attack, obviously. And then we have the 30% support, so pre-transformed, or pre-fused, I keep on saying transform. We're at 235k defense, so pretty solid, but I'd be curious to see how much this jumps up when we fuse right here. So I almost said transform again. I honestly think this is a nice animation. I wouldn't say this is too crazy. I think their active skill is a lot better because this really isn't flashy or anything. It's just kind of basic. It's just some fusing, obviously. So, I mean, nothing crazy by any means, but still nice. Still very smooth. Alright, so yeah, so there's the active skill. And defensively, actually, we went down just a hair, but keep in mind that we still get that 100% defense increase once we get that 18 key super attack. So post 18 key super attack, we would be at 440k defense. And if we get that additional, which we have a 50% chance to do, then we would be at what? We would be at 660k defense, right? So 660k defense, a 50% chance to counter super attacks, and we could get damage reduction if we get rainbow key spheres. More specifically, 7% damage reduction per rainbow key sphere. And I mean, that's not really going to be hard to get, especially if you run him with like people like the GT Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta. I know they kind of suck now, but they are rainbow orb changers. So if you run him with them, obviously the damage reduction with this guy is just going to go crazy. So all right, so I'm going to go ahead and pop the active skill right here just so we can get it in the video. But yeah, this one does look really good. I like the way this looks. This is, I'd argue this is like a top 10 animation in the game. I mean, look at this. This looks cool. Yeah. And then keep in mind, guaranteed crit right here. So 6.4. I mean, that's pretty good. And every attack following that would have been a guaranteed crit as well. So, okay, so we already got the fusion and the active skill in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip this. Just get this immediately. And then, yeah, so I'm going to throw him in slot 1. So we have 4 out of 7 links active. So again, we don't have Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, or Legendary Power. But we do have 63% offensive support. And we have 30% defensive support. And we're up to 354k. So now we're starting to get into the crazy, like, numbers area. Because, again, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, the more starter turn defense this guy has, like, it makes a big difference. Because 100%, like, increase from that is, it's doubling it, right? So post super attack right here, we're going to be at 700k defense just after the first one. We're going to be at over 700k defense, actually. And then, or the first super attack would be over 700k defense if we get that 18 key. But if we get that additional, which again, we have a 50% chance to do, then we would be over a million, right? Over a million defense. So over a million defense with damage reduction if we get Rainbow Key Spheres, and we have a 50% chance to dodge super attacks. I would say that's pretty damn good. I would say that's, like, broken, actually. And, yeah, we're getting 2 Rainbow Key Spheres, so we have 14% damage reduction right here. So we're going to be at least 700k defense with 14% damage reduction and a 50% chance to dodge super attacks. So, I mean, that's still crazy, right? I don't know. Regardless of who you think is better between the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s, you can't lie. This is amazing. Like, this is a busted... Yeah, 10.9. And this is guaranteed super effective against all types, and we have a medium chance to crit. Like, come on. Yeah, 8 million crit. Okay, and then we did get the additional for 7.7. So we got a over a 10 million, 10.9. So basically an 11 million attack stat that was super effective against all types and had a 30% chance to crit, which we got. And then we had a over 7 million additional that were super effective against all types. That was super effective against all types. I said that weird. And it had a medium chance to crit, which we did not get. It didn't pop right there, the medium chance to crit, but we still had it. And defensively, we were at over a million defense with 14% damage reduction. Like, what else is there to say? This guy is just crazy. Alright, so we got a pretty good rotation right here as well. We're going to have 6 out of 7 links active. I'll show that really quick. So yeah, we're going to have 6 out of 7 links active. We're only missing Shocking Speed, which is a little bit of defense, but it is what it is. And we're at 228k defense, so... I mean, nothing really too crazy again, but I don't really think we stacked with this guy that much. So, but after that first 18 key, we're at 440k defense. And then after the additional, if we get it, which again, we have a high chance to do that, we would be over 600k defense. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw him here, because if we throw him right here, we get 4 Rainbow Key Spheres. So, 28% damage reduction with whatever our level of defense is going to be at, depending on if we get the additionals or not, is pretty crazy. So let's see how much this is going to do right here. Not the greatest rotation. Well, actually, it is a pretty crazy rotation, but 10.2 million is pretty insane, I gotta say, considering everything he's doing right here. And I didn't even mention he's nullifying that enemy's attack. So yeah, okay, so we got the additional. So right here, we're over 600k defense with 28% damage reduction. And we have a 50% chance to counter super attacks. Like, I mean, what else is there to say? This guy is crazy. Like, he's still a top 10 unit. Like, I'm stuttering so much just because how crazy this guy is. He is easily still a top 10 unit. And I would say, honestly, probably one of the best leaders in the game, too. Because let's talk about this leader skill for a minute. I kind of brushed over it, or glossed over it during the beginning. But Fuse Fighters or GT Heroes. I mean, GT Heroes is a little wonky right now, but that'll get much, much better once we get celebrations centered around GT in the future. And Fused Fighters, this is going to be a category that is forever going to be getting buffed, especially during, like, main celebrations, because every Potara and Fusion Warrior unit is on here. So all Fusion Dance units and all Potara Earring units, or Potara Earring units, are going to be on here. And we even got stuff like... where is it? Yeah, the Piccolo right here. We've got him. We've got stuff like the androids. Yeah, some of the androids, because obviously they fuse with the other androids. And just a lot of crazy people on here. So, and all the Dragon Ball Fusion units too. So, this category is just insane. So this guy as a leader is insane. Like, he's crazy. And the fact that he's this good as well, it's just, yeah. So we'll get this rotation right here. Actually, this is going to be an interesting rotation because we cannot get the 18 key super attack. So we'll do this, and then we'll cut to when we have him like stacked up a lot, and we'll see what he can be looking like with all those stacks in his pre-transform state, and then we'll transform with him and see what he's looking like. But yeah, I do want to get his just 12 key in the video just to showcase this, because post super attack, we're actually only going to be at like, well, I say we're only going to be at like, but we're still going to be over, we're going to be like 500k defense, which is pretty crazy. So yeah. Alright, so let's see what he's looking like right here. Keep in mind, we do have that 50% chance to counter the super attack as well, so if we could get that off, that would be great. Okay, we're not getting it. Whatever, I guess. Alright, so what are we looking at? 7.1. 7.1 is still a crazy attack stat because, again, super effective against all types. Medium chance to crit. 50% chance to do an additional. So, yeah, pretty good right there. 4.4 million with the crit. And then we did get the additional right here. So, defensively, we're still, like, almost at a million defense, right? We're at, what, 700, 800k defense right here? Which is, I mean, that's pretty good considering we didn't even get an 18 key super attack. Like, oh my god. I could just go on and on about this unit, but, okay, if this guy gets super attack, I'm going to be pretty pissed if he gets super attacked. Because, like, come on. All those attacks were in slot 1. Okay, whatever. I think we're dead right here, actually. Are we dead? 312k? No, we were at full health. Okay, so never mind. Alright, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut to when we are fully stacked up and all that. Okay, guys, so we are here back in the Legendary Vegeta event. Now, we're only on turn 9, so I know to a lot of you that might seem like we haven't really gotten that many stacks, but, I mean, surprisingly, defensively, we're still looking pretty good, right? We're at 450k start of turn, and, I have gotten pretty lucky with additionals, too. I've managed to get a lot of triple super rotations, and, yeah, so I mean, let's go ahead and use the, pop this animation, use this. Well, yeah, we are using this active skill, technically. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. And then, okay, so 548k is pretty good, I gotta say. But I'm just thinking, should I nuke with him right here? Because, like, I feel like we could just kill him in one turn. We don't really have that. Well, no, we got pretty good links, actually, and we got a lot of support. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. I'm going to pop that just to be safe. We are going to get the Dokkan mode, I believe, here. But, yeah, we're at 548k defense. So, post 18 key super attack, we're going to be almost at 1,100k defense. And then after that super attack, we're going to be like 1.5 million defense, which, don't even get me started. With the damage reduction, the crit chance, the chance to counter super attacks. I mean, he doesn't have it right here, technically, because he cancels dodges, but he still has it. It's just all crazy. So, actually, we could still get some rainbow orbs here, so I might not have had to use a Ghost Usher. But yeah, we get 13 key spheres right here, so pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and use this, too, just to bump it up. I mean, do keep in mind, this isn't really affecting his performance at all. This, yeah, look at that, 6.2, just raw attack. But yeah, keep in mind, this isn't really affecting his performance. This is, of course, an artificially kind of buffed rotation, but it's still fun just to see how much damage he could do, so. Alright, so what are we looking at right here? We didn't get the Dokkan mode, but we're at a 22.8 million attack stat. Okay. Okay, I mean, I guess that's alright, you know. No, that's busted, because he's super effective against all types. He has a medium chance to crit, on top of the crit chance he gets from the rainbow key spheres. And he also has a 50% chance to do an additional, which we didn't get right there, which is crap, because we've gotten it every other time in this video, but whatever, okay. I mean, look at that, though. We still did over half of his health. Like, that's pretty insane. Alright, so this one right here is actually pretty similar defensively. Yeah, we're at 432k, so I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. And then you know what? Yeah, we can do this. Okay. How about we do this? Can we do this really quickly? Just get that attack up, because why not? And then, let's just show this one more time. So, I don't think this is going to kill right here, but I don't know, because this is a guaranteed crit, and he has all crits following this. So, if it doesn't kill, we'll still kill after with his super attack, because everything's a crit, like I said, so. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, we have stacked a lot, so this could easily kill. Oh, yeah, 14 million with the crit. Yeah, that's death. So, Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty much been the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let me know if you think he's aged at all. I mean, personally, I think he's still great. For sure, pre-fused or pre-transformed, if we're talking about the gods, they can be a little rough because they're only really good defensively on that first turn because of their guard. But then once that wears off, they're kind of in a weird spot where they're not really that good defensively. But offensively, no matter what, this unit is always going to be great, depending on how much ki you have. But still, good teams, good links, good categories, good passive, good super attack effects. And pretty much just good kit overall. So yeah, again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there's any other units you want me to revisit or do a 200% video on, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.